I was reading my Bible and immediately I started looking for something. My brothers and sisters, I don't even know what I was looking for till I got to Isaiah 24. I noticed immediately that I am not reading alone. The Spirit of God was reading Isaiah 24 and I was listening. Hello, welcome to another episode of The Weeping Prophet by Sister Philomena. So, as I was saying, after reading, he told me the meaning of that chapter. I mean, Isaiah chapter 24. And believe you me, I was rooted to where I was sitting for hours. Our destruction is before our eyes. And we carry it around. I mean, we carry the Bible where that destruction was written around. Some carry it in their iPad, some in their Samsung Galaxy, some in their bags, some in their pocket, some in their suitcases. And the question is, don't we know? Don't we read our Bible? We are like people moving around with our death warrant. So I will use his exact word as he was explaining some of the verses of the chapter to me. Verse 1, he said to verse 1 that our earth is going to be devastated in such a way that people will be scattered in unity, scattered in their beliefs, scattered with misinformation, scattered with conflict. Government against his people, people against the government, nations misunderstanding each other, people killing each other, adults as well as children, atrocity upon atrocity, money war laws will hold the nations to ransom. Verse 2, he said to verse 2, everybody will be affected, no exception, no one will escape. Everybody that have blood and breath of God in him, there will be no exception. Verse 3, due to the calamity that is happening one after the other, people will get tired of it and our war will lie in waste. Verse 4, he now says something about a shift in climate. He said the climate changes will dry up our earth. The earth will be too weak to recover from the blows dealt to it by the climate change. Verse 5, human beings are responsible for these catastrophic consequences. And because we have broken our covenant with God, so God cannot hold on to his own. It takes two to an agreement. We broke God's laws and covenant. So the consequence is what? Ill fate. We are responsible for our sufferings. Verse 6, so if you break a covenant, you all know what happens. He now quoted to me, which I read later, and that was true. He said, I should go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 to 16. Then I should also go to Leviticus 26 verse 14 to 46. That if I finish reading those things, that is what the consequence for what? Disobeying God's words or covenant. Then he now added that fewer and fewer people will remain alive, meaning a lot of people are going to pass on. Then verse 7 now said there will be a shortage of foodstuffs will become scarce, and happiness will be what? Gone. Verse 8, he now say joyful events will be ceased. There will be no more joyful events. There will be restrictions to party, wedding events, concerts, travel, even your own family members there will be a problem to visit them. Verse 9, he now say, even the joyful events are gathering will be avoided. People will not be avoiding them. That people will no longer want to meet or go or to places for the fear of unknown. Verse 10, there will be confusion, chaos, misinformation everywhere. People will stay at home, hardly go out because of their physical and health security. Verse 11, people will take to the streets for demonstrations. They want to be heard. There is no more fun. There is no more food. There will be no more happiness. And then verse 12 now say, things has fallen apart. There are administrative lies everywhere, and such has broken down the organization and stability of the nations. Verse 13, it will be like the end of harvest, meaning in all the whole world, it will be like the end of the harvest when the olives have been beaten off every tree and the last grapes picked from the vine, meaning that people will die. A lot of people will die. It will affect both the old and the young. 14, now say, those who will remain will be happy that they survive. He now summarized the chapter by saying that our war will never be normal again, that we are responsible for that. The powers above and the rulers of the earth are now in charge, but God has set a time to punish the leaders of this world. But whatever they do, that God will always come and show his mightiness, for he will be king. Only God is king. There is no king beside him. And after all this catastrophes, our Lord will come and we will see his word, his glory. That is it from me, Sister Philomena, the Weeping Prophet. I refuse to add my own words. God bless you.